Welcome. We are back. The BoB podcast. It's been a while. Finally back. I think the last podcast we did was
mock draft.
the mock draft. Maybe
The first mock draft.
like months before the draft.
Yeah.
So it's good to be back. Before we start, just gotta say, Richmond stand up! Richmond stand up! Got the dub last week. I don't know if I'm gonna get it tonight. We're watching the Eagles Falcons right now. For me to win tonight, Bijan's gotta stay under
16.3.
Yeah, 16.3. I mean, obviously I hope to win. If we lose, it's not the end of the day though. I'm not really nervous. Because, against good teams like the organization, you can't always win against the really good teams. You gotta take your losses sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat them in the playoffs when it matters though.
I mean, I would rather you beat him because it's my division, but it's okay. What's going to happen when you face another very good team week 5 and lose to them too?
Bananaston hasn't been good in years.
All right. Highest scoring team this week.
Bijan drop. That's what we like.
Are we just doing the Manning cast basically and watching the game?
Yeah, we were watching the game and we're going to talk about the league.
Do you have questions loaded up or no?
I don't have any questions.
I don't know.
We're not doing interviews. So what I want to talk about is just the league in general and what's gone on so far. So I guess we could talk about what is your biggest takeaway from the first 2 weeks of our league?
I guess this is very salient to me, is that fantasy is stupid because I put up 77 last week and 161 this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say week 1, maybe I'm just biased because I haven't won a week 1 game in Band of Brothers still, but it's the worst week. I get so excited.
Poverty.
Alright. I get so excited. I wait how many months? From February. Well, fantasy's done in January to September.
Yeah.
And then week 1 is always the worst because things never turn out how you think. And then the next week they go back to how you thought it would be. So, I mean, it's going to be like this the whole year. We already have so many injuries.
Wait, so you think it's going to be like this for Roast Beast all year?
What?
His week 2?
No.
Is that how it was supposed to be?
I think they've slightly evolved, and they're not just a week. Well, they're not a week 1 team now at all, but they're a week 2 team.
Yeah, Richmond took care of them week 1.
Eventually, they're gonna go to week 3, and then week 4 team, and then eventually playoffs. But I don't know. I like how right after Chris finally started, he started the whole narrative of him saying is Roast Beast actually terrible? And then his team did well this week.
Yeah, he was actually realizing that he's not good at fantasy at all. And then his team
he went 0-6.
Yeah.
In 6 weeks.
Yeah, but I know he has a lot of the same players, so he probably had a good week this week in fantasy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I know in the Dynasty League he has Pickens, which Pickens didn't do well, but he has Chris Godwin, and Chris Godwin looked very good, which that's a banana stand player. I drafted him. You know,
Chris Godwin's back.
He's in the slot now, which they were saying all last year. We're gonna get him in the slot next year, and we'll get back to that.
I think he was playing hurt though last year too.
Yeah, he was hurt.
I don't think he was playing healthy.
Yeah,
but
he was really good.
Bucks are dangerous. Speaking of the Bucks, Baker Mayfield, welcome to Richmond.
So you're starting quarterback?
He's not my starting quarterback. We're still rolling AR out there. We need him to, get used to playing in the NFL. We can't bench him now. We're not the Panthers like Bryce Young. But we got to keep putting him out there.
Well, he has a week 14 bye, so he has the whole season to go through. So it's not like you can like the Colts.
Oh yeah.
They have bye week 14, which is actually fun to play you. So you'll be playing a better quarterback when you face me, which kind of sucks for me. I'll be at a JT, but.
Baker is not better than AR. And AR is better than every banana stand quarterback. I'll tell you that.
I don't know about that.
He is. You'll see. Mm-hmm. He had one bad game. It's alright. He's barely played any games in the NFL.
I heard he's a better quarterback than Justin Herbert.
Yes, he is. Trust me.
Okay.
Swing on it! Eagles got ball. Hand off to Saquon. I wish he got injured, but he didn't.
Enough of Mark's running backs have gotten injured, I think.
Yeah.
We want to talk about that.
So
it's not something to laugh at because then it'll happen to me. But
I'm gonna pull up that game. Straw Hats are looking good to start off the year.
Really strong.
Very strong start. But now he's got an injury to Pacheco.
If Kenneth Walker's still out.
Kenneth Walker. And this is just exposing the Straw Hats' weakness. They have a pretty good starting lineup. Strong starting lineup.
Very strong.
Not very strong. Let's not gas him up too much.
Okay, well, I mean, he did well the first 2 weeks.
No, but the Straw Hats, they're poverty. They're the fluke.
Average 9th.
Yeah, they average 9th every year. Come on. But yeah, really.
Actually, I do want to bring this
he's
up.
Getting exposed. He doesn't have depth, and I don't think he could trade for anyone either. He's gonna have to sell people like QJ, which he won't because he did good this week.
Well, QJ was going to be sold for 10 or 11 fab.
Or Wicks. Or
for the
Dobbs.
season, so.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
He's not going to have to sell. He's not going to have to sell those guys. He's going to have to sell one stronger player to get more depth, I think. I mean.
But
that's how it works, you know? If you need more players to start, you can't just sell your bench players because then you'd be starting them if that was the case, you know?
Yeah, he's just going to get worse. This is what happens when you don't know how to properly build a team, guys.
Well, Flock said
because he listens to Flock.
Flock said in his Straw Hats review that he loved the trade for him. It made his starters great, and that was before he got Saquon, before he got Pittman, I think, too.
Yeah.
But what Flock said is our league is so shallow because the small roster size that you can really have to be trading for that much depth or be picking up that much depth. And look what happens when
you all out while you're starting a lineup. You don't need depth.
There's so many injuries. It happens to everyone.
It's because Mark was paying the guy. He's not gonna trash talk his team. If Mark wants honesty about his team, he should just hit me up.
Yeah.
I'll tell him straight up, who's buns.
Yeah,
I'll do it for free.
It sucks that happens, but also Mark had a great week 1. But I was talking about it with Norm at Buffalo Wild Wings last Thursday.
Nice.
We were going through the week, and I think Mark's kicker, defense, and Saquon would have beat my team last last week.
Damn.
They got half his points, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, and you got 70, right?
77, yeah.
Damn, Saquon's cooking right now. Hate to see it.
Yeah, Saquon and those two were crazy last week for him. But Drake London, what's happening with him? Does Kirk, he's still hurt, it looks like.
Who, Kirk?
Yeah.
I haven't been able to watch the Falcons. Well, I guess last week I should say I didn't get to watch them. So I don't know what's going on. But they don't have, that many weapons aside from Bijan and London.
And Pitts.
Pitts isn't. I don't think Pitts is that good.
He's gonna go off because of that now.
But wide receiver 2 is Darnell Mooney.
And Ray McLeod, which
the farm picked him up.
The farm picked up. Mike Morris picked up and started, but that's because he didn't know that Keenan Allen was gonna be out, and he started him tonight. And Jay Kalita picked up, which Jay never makes free agent moves for the past 6 years. So something's up with Ray McLeod. And Jack doesn't make that many waiver moves, you know? So I don't know why people are loving Ray right now. Or as Norm calls him, JJ.
I don't know why either, but
I don't know.
Maybe they think he's gonna be the wide receiver 2 there.
Maybe. I don't know.
Kenneth Gainwell, casual carry.
Kenneth Walker could play this week too, but still then with Pacheco out for so many weeks, I don't think QJ realized that he'd be starting multiple weeks.
No.
And, I don't think that's what you want to do is starting multiple weeks. Especially this week he's playing the Steelers. So, I don't know. I said to Ryan today, I think we're going to end up seeing a trade. Or I said it yesterday, maybe. I think we're going to see a trade this week.
You said it today.
I think we're seeing a trade this week, maybe. I think it has to happen. I play Mike next week, but I think the week after I play Mark.
I
and I'd be
mean,
shocked.
Mark wants to compete, so
Yeah.
if
But
Ken
he's more
Farmer's
picks.
gonna stay out, then he's gonna have to.
He doesn't have his first next year, and he doesn't have his second next year, so we're gonna have to see what he trades away. I think he's gonna trade, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think he has to. But we have to move on from this. So,
Mhm.
Straw Hats, they defeated Weekend Guard Mike. Weekend Guard Mike has 107, and that's it. He's done playing.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty big upset. Who did Mark beat last week?
Mark beat Dom last week, so he beat both Salats now.
Damn. So speaking of Dom, though, Dom had a huge week. Where if I did this podcast last week, I would have said that Dom is falling off and is probably gonna have to
Dom's team.
sell his players. But his team looked really, really good this week.
I think Dom said Sunday morning that he's gonna have to start selling his team to get the picks back that he sold to Alex, and now his team is they put up like 150 right now, and they still have Devontae Smith.
140, and they have Smitty playing right now. Yeah.
I mean,
Devontae Adams got back to what he does. His kicker got 20. Brian Thomas Jr.'s looking good so far.
he didn't have too much action this week.
No, I mean, he had 2 catches for 94 yards, but like if you put him at flex, that's a good flex.
Yeah.
And someone who has been doing really good for Dom, but he hasn't played him yet.
Pollard.
Tony Pollard.
Pollard looks really good.
Pollard has been looking good this year, and before the season, I was maybe thinking that Sharp was actually going to be the lead back there.
Spears.
I always do that because they had a Tajay Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tajay Spears, I thought maybe he would get maybe a little more in the committee, but this hasn't been that way at all.
Not at all.
And
Pollard
honestly just looks a lot better than I thought he did last year.
Yeah.
Like, last year, he didn't look right.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a Cowboys problem or he was still hurt, but
Yeah.
he looks a lot better now. I mean, the Titans invested a lot in their line.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Nice. Falcons ball. Let's go, Kirk.
Wow. Yeah, Dom's team, but that's what I'm saying. The biggest takeaway is that week to week, so much can change, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people were probably going to, like, sell their guys week 1. Like, I'm not saying in our league, but, like, it happens.
No, I know.
And then so much changes in just a single week.
Yeah. You can't really go off week 1 all the time.
No, I don't think you ever can.
I mean, you could sometimes. I'm undefeated every week 1.
Yeah, but I'm saying if something doesn't go well week 1, you can't just, like, sell the team.
No, you can't panic. No. But some people do. Like
The only reason why I was
last year with JSN.
Well, that was like 4 weeks in, yeah.
Yeah, no.
3.
No, I think it was 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But so you're the man, beat the farm.
Well, probably. He still has Kyle Pitts.
I mean, unless Hurts and Kyle Pitts go off for like 50, and Devontae Smith doesn't really do much. But he should have this in the bag. This was a huge game because whoever loses this game goes to 0-2 in the Younger Bros division.
Yeah, they're at the bottom then.
Mm-hmm.
Which very competitive division. So
no, every game matters so much in that division.
Yeah.
Let's go next. Roast Beast and the Chinaman. Alex. He's going to Shenyun, by the way. That we have to talk about that.
It's kind of lucky, honestly. I think it's gonna be a good experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good show. I don't know if it actually is, but
it's critically acclaimed and it's about the fight against communism.
But it's probably not in New York.
Yeah, if it's not in New York or New Jersey, then Alex is gonna have to go to Baltimore or something, and who's he gonna take with him at that point?
That makes the punishment so much better.
Yeah, I think he would have chosen Chinatown at that point.
No, I think that it should have definitely been confirmed before because
Chris swears that he checked last year.
The spinner could have went completely different if he knew he was gonna have to travel further. Maybe he would have picked China Buffet.
Nah, that's the worst one.
You think China Buffet's the worst one?
Easily the worst one. Just imagine them coming up to you for water or for the check like constantly the whole day.
Not really. All you have to do is tell them. And then
they would charge you so much, too.
No, they wouldn't. I think that you would just.
What, do you have experience in it for 12 hours?
No, I think they would charge you just for lunch, and then charge you for dinner.
I don't know. You're there since it opens. I think that was the worst one. Which says a lot because
If you go there on a Sunday and just eat Chinese all day and watch football, it's kind of a vibe.
I don't think they have football on in there.
I said you bring your phone.
Oh, okay.
Bring your phone. Maybe your laptop even. Post it up.
I don't know if they'd like that, but yeah, I guess. But yeah, he's going to Shenyun, and his team looked good last week. I mean, it didn't have to look that good because my team sucked. But, I mean, everything's falling apart already.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's falling apart for him. I mean, he's at 86 points right now. He's projected 99. But yeah,
Goddard.
he had to start Jeff Wilson Jr. this week with Devon.
Who's starting for him next week with Puka and Cup out? Ladd and Keon and Rashi and who?
Yep. And probably going to be Downs or A.D. Mitchell.
Mom's calling me. And Downs is that'll be his first game back. He has so many receivers on the same team. Mom's coming up.
Alright, what are we talking about? Alex's team.
Alex has the Dolphins, he has the Rams, and he has the Colts wide receiver 2 and 3. He just has so many people on the same team that I guess, look, if one gets hurt, then the other gets boosted.
That's not how you build a team.
I know it's not, but I'm just saying, it could have worked with Puka and Cup, and then they both got hurt, so, I mean, yeah. I don't know what he's going to do from here.
I feel like it's good, but also bad. You're just filling up roster spots.
Yeah, when he picked Adonai Mitchell, I was shocked because he had Downs.
Kirk Cousins. Oh, no. He dropped it.
Oh. Well, 4th down anyway. Yeah. He has so many first-round picks next year, I don't even think it matters. But we'll see.
It could.
I don't think it matters a ton because I think he's just
I
going
mean,
to...
it's not like he is trying to... Well, he is trying to win this year, but
He's going to have to cut a bunch of guys next year, and I think he's just going to keep whoever's the best of, I mean, he has a ton of rookies. His whole bench is rookies, so...
He's going to be giving up on a lot of people, though.
There's no reason to pick up Jeff Wilson Jr., though. I don't know why.
No, but there's also another one that was interesting. Corley, right?
He dropped Corley, then picked up Lazard, then dropped Lazard, and picked up...
Dotson.
John Dotson, yeah.
True Eagles fan.
Oh, wide receiver 2 tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
Actually, the guy, Britton, whatever his name is, looks better.
Who?
Well, not looks better, but he's actually getting catches. Britton something.
Dotson just has 1 catch, 6 yards.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's early, but
yeah.
Goddard's not doing anything for him right now.
No. It's early, though. And Chris, like we said before, looked good this week. I mean, hopefully Caleb can put it together because, I mean, it's week 2 for a rookie quarterback. The Bears' line looks terrible.
Yeah, Bears' line's not looking good. And I think it just looks like he's playing a little impatient.
I was going to say his first half looked good, but then there's just a lot of throws. I think Mike said he was this game is terrible to watch because there were so many throws where it just looked like he thought he was still playing college football and he could just this crazy throw. And you can't do that against pros.
Yeah.
And they would just pick him off.
No, yeah, his second pick, I think it was, when he rolled out to the side, broke a tackle, was looking like it was going to be one of his classic plays in college. Toss it down the field, not even close. There was
you can't do that to him. Yeah. And then there was another one they called back a pick where he just launched it across his body, across the field, and it was just a Zach Wilson type of throw. And I was like, what is he doing?
Honestly,
I think he's got to get used to it.
Yeah, he's just gonna learn. He's getting thrown into it right away, but not the best line, and honestly, not the best play calling either.
No.
So
the OC is Shane Waldron, who was the Seahawks OC last year. And I know from the Seahawks chat, they hated him.
Yeah.
They hated him so much.
He's not a good OC.
Well, yeah, look what happened for JSN in week 2. How they're starting to use him. If you saw the route tree from yesterday
Mm-hmm.
compared to like his best week's route tree last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like completely different and so much better. Like he didn't use the guys well. They were saying that's what the chat was saying at least.
No, I mean their offense was terrible last year. They were
Yeah.
very hard to watch.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But
Yeah.
aside from that, I mean, Kyron looked good. I mean, the Rams are gonna have to use him.
Yeah,
Then
he's
who's
gonna
the second
start
running
getting a lot of touches, even though he only had I think 25 rushing yards.
back? Who's picked the second running back? Ford?
Right now it's Jerome Ford, and then Charbs is at flex.
Oh yeah.
I know he was happy with Charbs this week.
Between the tackles.
Yeah, he ran hard between the tackles. Yeah, I mean, Chris really needs Caleb to work out because the guy that he ended up trading for with the farm last year, Trevor Lawrence, he was supposed to be QB1 for roast beef, and he's super overrated.
I can't believe he got that contract.
And no one also really says anything about it either.
No one cares because it's Trevor Lawrence. You know, like Trevor Lawrence said himself, he was like, "Yeah, we suck right now." Like, I mean, it's true. They actually suck. Like, they have such a good team, and it's Trevor Lawrence who people were like crazy about. You know?
Trevor Lawrence is getting Peyton Manning comparisons in college, and he was one of the best college quarterbacks in a while.
Yeah, and I see people comparing him to Daniel Jones.
Their stats are very.
That's what people do
weirdly
every single week. The Dynasty subreddit. Oh my god!
They Smith just got smashed.
Every time he gets hit, it looks like he dies because he's so skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, Chris was trying to actually trade me Trevor Lawrence during the draft this year, but I said no. It was when I was on the clock for the 207.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 207 and Will Levis, who I dropped anyway.
Damn,
for Trevor Lawrence.
Chris, you stay giving up on your players, bro.
Well, he got Caleb, so he was just
Trevor Lawrence, but he traded for him last year at the farm.
What was it? It was.
That's how you just know,
It was Kyler and
the farm.
Was it Kyler and Pittman for Trevor Lawrence? Was it?
I think so.
No, it wasn't.
It might have been. I can check real quick.
It had to be something else.
GM Jack is sending franchise quarterback Trevor Lawrence and his 2024 second to GM Harris for Pittman and COD legend Kyler Murray.
Okay, that's better than there's a second in there.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was what, his 2023 second? Or
2024.
2024 second?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this year. Yeah. That was 209. Still buns. Mark!
Drake London catch. Alright.
We move on. It's just our games left.
Let's make sure cameras on. Yeah, no, just our games left.
I'm not gonna talk much about my game. I feel bad for Norm, honestly. Did he catch that? Yeah,
it was close.
Yeah, he did. I feel bad for Norm because that's 2 weeks in a row where he's the second highest scorer, at least right now, pending this game, and he lost.
Hey,
you know?
Maybe he should play some better defense, man. Bad defensive scheme.
Well, he was down so much. So we were at B-Dubs Thursday, like I said before, and I was terrified because he had Josh Allen, Kincaid, and Jalen Waddle playing, and I thought I was gonna get destroyed right in front of Norm too, while I was having my wings and while Ben was taking my wrench. And thank God, those three guys did nothing. So Norm was projected to lose by 30 points or 25, and then Kamara drops 45, and Nico and I don't know who else honestly, but they were going
Jameson
crazy.
did good too. Not anything crazy.
McPherson.
Yeah,
that's
McPherson
16.
Had 16.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But you had a crazy day. The Marv pop-out party.
Oh my god. That was I've been waiting for that since July 1st, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, getting those notifications was electric because I have him in redraft.
And it was just last week looking online was the worst thing. People were saying,
insane.
I can't believe I drafted him in the second round of my redraft. I can't believe he's so slow. He gets no separation. I'm going to trade him away. I hope they traded him away and got fleeced because, like, how do you do that? Like, come on. It's 1 week. And it was week 1.
Week 1 for a rookie. He only played like 3 snaps in preseason.
Yeah. This is going in the same folder as
the Jamar stuff.
Jamar Chase can't catch.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's exactly what I said.
Like, 4 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns in 10 minutes. It's crazy. And then
like,
the rest of the game, he didn't do anything. But
well, no.
the
Kyler made a couple of better throws. He could have had another touchdown or 2.
Yeah.
He should have had another touchdown.
It was a target in the red zone. I saw.
Yeah.
Like he was still getting targets, but not the best throws.
No.
But like, I mean, he was getting open, which people were saying that he couldn't do last week. Which, I mean, maybe that's true, but it's his first game. You know, like.
Yeah, first game
Look what
running
happened.
routes against pros. Like
That was the sweetest thing. That was huge.
Mm-hmm.
My guy Dobbins is looking great too.
Yeah,
I have
funny.
I have so many receipts of people saying that he's buns, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even have to pull them up because I can just enjoy what he's doing right now and pray that he stays healthy. And I'm happy for him, so that's cool.
Yeah, huge week, 131 yards, rushing touchdown.
Yeah, I think he has the most rushing yards right now in the league, which is insane to even think.
Just kidding, Dobbins.
Just kidding.
And you got him for a first rounder.
Yeah, so that's why I'm happy he's doing it because I felt terrible about that for the whole last year since he got hurt. It was Zay Flowers, so if he keeps doing well, then it was worth it for me because I don't even know if Zay would be starting for me right now. Well, probably my flex right now.
Yeah, he would be at your flex.
Yeah, but I mean, I have other guys, so it's okay.
And it was a really good game though between you two.
Oh
Very
God.
high scoring, 161 to 150.
Nico Collins wouldn't give up at the end either. It was
No.
crazy.
Norm starting off 0-2. Huge for Big Bros division for me.
Yeah, but I mean,
appreciate that.
he's still gonna be second in the power rankings, so
Or first. I don't care about
no,
the power rankings.
probably first.
This is why Chris's power ranking scale is stupid, and it doesn't make any sense. There's no reason why an 0-2 team should be at the top.
Well, there's
I
points.
get it. That is based off the points, but I think that's a bad scale to use. You will never see an 0-2 team at the top of any type of power rankings.